Welcome back to Siege Finance. Sam here, and today we got a good video for you today. Today we're going to be going over what is the next Amazon stock. So I'll be going over what it is, its financials, and also why I think that. Also, make sure you go check out Tactical Investing. He has his own YouTube channel and it has great content on there. He talks about stocks and everything that's up to date, and he also replies to his viewers quickly and also engages with them as much as he can. So make sure you go check him out. I'll leave the description in the link, and be sure to go subscribe to him. So the next Amazon stock is going to be Shopify. So if you didn't know, Shopify is an e-commerce company that provides a cloud-based platform for businesses all around the world. Looking at its one-year chart, we can see that it started about a year ago at around $420-ish and went all the way up to about $550, and then due to the pandemic it went down a bit to $350. But people saw this as an opportunity to start their businesses online just because they had to close their businesses due to the pandemic, and from then it soared to a high of around $1,400, I believe, right here. So that is big news for the company, as the pandemic really helped out them. Looking at its day range, today it is trading at around $1,100 to $1,150. Its 52-week range is $305 to $1,285. So sorry, my mistake on the last part. Its high is $1,285, not $1,400. It has an average volume of 1.45 million and a market cap of 140 billion. So that is a relatively high market cap. Shopify has a forward PE of 294, so that is actually very high for a stock. It shows its valuation is pretty high, as we can tell how much it's gained throughout this past year. It has gained about 400 to 500% of its share price, so obviously this is going to have a high forward PE ratio just because of how much it's grown in the past year, and that shows its volatility. But also a growth stock will have a higher volatility than value stocks just because you want to get the most out of your money. That's why they're called growth stocks. Looking at its income statement quarterly throughout the past 3 quarters, we can see that it's gained roughly $300,000 in revenue, from $470,000 to $767,000. So this is a good trend to see that its revenue is increasing through each quarter. We can also see that its gross profit has also increased from each quarter, from $257,000 to $405,000. And we can also see that its net income here was a negative 3 quarters ago, but has become $191,000 positive from then. So this is also good to see that we could see an increasing trend in income. So that is big for the future, as they can use this income to help expand the company and just make the company better as a whole. Looking at the earning estimate, we could see that a year ago its EPS was 0.3, and for the current year the average estimate is 3.67. So that's a huge jump for the company, and that's good to see. We want to see higher values and increasing values for that. So that's a big jump for the company just because of the big year it had. And for next year we can see it as, or I guess this year now, we could see it as its estimate is 3.59, so just a slight decrease from the estimate from 2020, but that's okay. Look at this jump from 0.3 to all the way to above 3.5, so that's very good to see. Its revenue estimate from last year was 1.58 billion, and they have an average estimate of 2.85 billion for the current year, and that's an 80.7% increase. And for next year, we see that it has an average estimate of 3.78 billion, which is a 32.5% increase from the 2.85 billion estimate. But this is kind of a low number. I can see both these values pretty much being higher. I mean, I definitely see them reaching around 4 billion in my opinion. Looking over here at the recommended trends, we see that in December it did have a sell, but it no longer has a sell. We can also see that its holds went from 17 in November and December all the way to 10 in January, so that's a good sign to see. And it also increased its buy and strong buy ratings from 10 buys in November and December to 11 in January, and to 7 strong buys in January from 5 in December and 4 in October and November. It also has a recommended rating of 2.5, so 2.5 is right in between a buy and a hold. Also, looking at this analyst price target, we see it has a low of $600 and a high of $1,450 and an average of $1,128, and it is currently trading at $1,146, so it is very close to the average analyst price target as of right now. With that being said, Shopify has very good numbers moving forward. As we can see, all their numbers are increasing throughout quarters, and we can also see that their chart is going an upward trend, so this is very good to see for the company. Moving on, Shopify has made a bunch of partnerships in the past that will help Shopify increase everything, such as its revenue, income, profit, all of that. So this is something to look forward to, and I'll be talking about them right now. So one partnership Shopify has is with Walmart. So reading this, it says, Walmart Inc. has partnered with e-commerce giant Shopify to expand its third-party marketplace site and grab more of the pandemic-fueled surge in online shopping. The world's largest retailer aims to add 1,200 Shopify sellers this year. So what this means is Walmart and Shopify have made a partnership for third parties. So this helps Shopify because if you have a Shopify store, then you are able to put your business or your products onto Walmart's e-commerce, so their website. And this is big just because of how much volume Walmart's website generates per month and per year. So all that traffic that Walmart gets, they can potentially see your items from Walmart's website. So instead of having them go to your store and having to look at it through Shopify, they can easily see your products on Walmart. And that is huge just because of how much volume Walmart gets. So another big part about this partnership with Walmart is over time, Walmart and Shopify, they're looking to have this agreement where they can bring their returns to Walmart stores. So instead of having to return your item that you purchased to your Shopify store, you can return it right to Walmart. So this is big, especially for the Shopify owners of their business. That way they don't have to deal with the returns and make up for all that time that they lose into having to process the return and also the money part of it. So that's big news for Shopify. Another partnership Shopify has is with Pinterest. So reading this article, we can see that with over 80% of weekly pinners having made a purchase based on a pin they liked, the new channel will allow US and Canadian merchants to tap into this audience to seamlessly turn existing products from their store into product pins on Pinterest, as well as add a shop tab to their profile on Pinterest for free organic promotion. Shopify merchants can also promote their pins as a paid ad, bringing customers directly into their brand's online store for purchase. The Pinterest channel adds to the growing list of tools already available within Shopify marketing, making it easy for merchants to manage all of their marketing in one place within Shopify. So what this means is if you have a Pinterest account, you can put products as pins, and if people decide to click on these pins, then these pins can bring them right to your Shopify store. So they're kind of like an ad, and Shopify merchants can also promote their pins as paid ads on Pinterest. So that's big news because even myself, I go on Pinterest and there's millions of people, as we can see, 350 million monthly active users. So that is a large number of people who go on Pinterest. So if they decide to look at your product just because they're looking for something to inspire them, they can click that and they can go directly to your store and purchase something from that. So that is big news for Shopify. So one other big partnership that Shopify has is with TikTok. In this article, it says the TikTok channel allows merchants to create and connect their TikTok for Business account and deploy in-feed Shopify video ads directly within Shopify. Merchants select which product they would like to feature, and video ads are automatically generated that drive to their Shopify stores for checkout. So what this does is it makes your products go on TikTok as ads. So I'm sure if you have TikTok, you have seen ads on there before. So TikTok, it's a growing company, as we can tell from the past year, especially with the pandemic, everyone at on lockdown, I mean. So this is big for the company just because this is another way to get the young generation into buying your products. So especially if you have products that are good for these customers, like phones and those kind of things that everyone at a young age uses, then that's big news just to drive audience to your store and help promote it throughout the world. So that's big news. Lastly, one other partnership Shopify has is with Facebook. So Facebook kind of runs a similar partnership that Shopify has with Pinterest. So Shopify, they have ads on their store where you can see these ads and directly click from it and go straight to your Shopify store. So if you're just browsing on Facebook and you see something that you like, such as a purse, and you click that purse, that will directly lead you to the Shopify store so you can go purchase this. So this is another good thing that Shopify has, just because of how many different types of ways people can go from whatever app they're on. So Pinterest, Walmart, TikTok, Facebook, all those different channels. This is big for the company just because of how much volume and how many millions of people go, or even billions of people go onto these throughout months and years, that can drive these people into your Shopify store. That will help Shopify earn some money just because of how Shopify earns their money. They earn their money through subscriptions. So based on what kind of store you want to have, you have to buy a subscription, and each month Shopify gets paid from that, and Shopify also gets paid from each purchase. So the more places they can get people to go into their site, then the more purchases they will have and the more money Shopify will make. So that's big news for Shopify. Thank you for watching. That is all I have for you today. Shopify will go to the moon one day. Count on it, but also do your own research because I am not a financial advisor. Thank you for watching, and make sure you go check out Tactical Investing. I'll leave the link in the description. Thank you.